Welcome back to another episode of Final Fantasy VII Remake. I'm Mara, and today we will cry in the direction of Bahamut and hope that it shows mercy. I don't really expect it to show mercy, but here's hoping that it feels bad about beating up two girls and a guy who, if he dresses right, definitely looks like a girl. We're really gonna hope that it just kind of feels bad about
I'll show you what I can do.
Please. Pressured. I did not get him pressured, and that's really bad. It means that we're closer to all of us dying, because what am I supposed to do about that, right?
Keep it up.
I'm especially annoyed by the fact that by how heavily limited Magnify Materia is in this. It's a big difference from the original, where all materia was super easy to come by. And I feel like Magnify Materia has a big enough cost.
You can do it.
They didn't need to heavily limit it so much. Like, they really over limited it in this, and I'm not sure why.
Someone looks kind of shaky.
Eat some Ray of Judgment, you jerk.
It's your turn. All set.
Okay, Cloud. Mana wall yourself, please.
Bring it.
Thank you. So that way you can only just barely survive that and then immediately die. Because if I release control over Cloud, he will immediately die. And there's nothing I can do about that. Because if I release control, he will stop dodging. And that's such a frustrating reality, right? That, like, if I stop babysitting the character I'm controlling, they will immediately die. And this would definitely be better if that wasn't true. 'Cause that's pretty dumb, right? Like, it shouldn't be like a... Why is it doing that faster this time? Its countdown was fast enough the Tempest didn't finish, despite me starting it really early. But, like, last time it was having no problem interrupting it with Tempest. Why is that?
You can do it. Let me.
I got this.
That was close.
I really would love if they stood up a little bit further. That's actually something that I just realized that's really annoying. In fact, this is one of the few fights in which it does not do that for you. It does not do the... Oh, that doesn't even rise up, so it just... Gosh darn it. And that means Leviathan's gonna leave. Oh, that's frustrating. And Cloud's mana wall is worn off, so he's probably gonna die.
Until next time.
Let's switch it up.
Here goes. No need to.
Gonna control Aerith and be annoyed at, once again, the AI. standing way closer to Aerith than it at all needs to. Like, did you notice that it was in melee range? Why does the AI do that? It's pretty consistent that with ranged characters, it just gets really close for some reason. And I do not understand why. Like, there is no reason for Aerith to ever be that close to an enemy unless the enemy is charged at her.
Can you take over for me? I beg of you, shield them from harm. Good luck.
My turn.
Okay, so this is maybe going to kill someone. I don't know. Is this a physical attack? Nope. That dive bomb is a magic attack. Don't you know? Like, isn't it obvious that a dive bomb is a magic attack? Like, what else would it be? And yes, I am being very sarcastic about that, because that should absolutely be a physical attack. What? Like, maybe the shockwave after shouldn't, but like, the whole attack was magic. Aerith took more than 5,000 damage from the direct hit, meaning that that whole thing was considered magic damage. Like, no, it's not. What? It's just not magic damage. Like, that's just obviously not what hit Aerith there, right? Like it's just obviously not magic damage. Like, that shouldn't even be a question. Okay, what can I can equip these. That'll increase magic defense. That's something. Like, I can't even. I can't even figure out what I should have equipped because I'm not sure any of it's actually going to really help. Because the fundamental problem is that Bahamut's existence is a negation of player choice. That's how all of Bahamut's attacks are set up. It's to remove choices from the game. Like that's how all of his attacks are set up. That's why he has the damage field around him constantly that can stagger you. I think that's the most obnoxious thing about that damage field. It can prevent you from doing anything. Like, why does that interrupt you? Like, a damage field I understand. The fact that it interrupts actions you're taking is utterly garbage. And I think that's what's annoying about the Bahamut fight, is it's not hard in like a, oh man, if I were just better at the game kind of way. It's hard in a, oh man, I guess I have to wait for the enemy to not use attacks that will kill me kind of way. I don't feel like I have any agency to prevent my own death here, which, you know, feels bad.
You asked for it. Mind backing off a bit?
Which, you know, like, I feel like I don't really have any good answers to Bahamut murdering me, because I don't have any good answers to Bahamut murdering me. Like, I am correct. I do not have an answer to it.
You asked for it.
Bahamut goes to murder me, and I don't have a good answer to it. Even if I have his damage, it doesn't matter, because the people getting attacked by him don't even have the option to move. Because for some reason, they never do the recovery off of his attacks. And because I can't choose to do it manually, I'm just stuck with the fact that the game doesn't let me do it. And because they don't do the recovery, like, that's what's causing that phenomenon where someone gets hit by Bahamut and they take the rest of his combo because they don't even get to finish their stand-up animation and start taking more actions before the next attack hits them. And you could say, oh, then you just have to block his entire combo. But you can't. His attacks are unblockable. Some of them are. Not all of them. But if he hits you with Umbral Strike, that's it. You don't have a response. There is not an option. And that's why this is a frustrating difficulty rather than a fun one. Because it's not anything I'm doing wrong that's killing me. And that's what makes it frustrating. Like, I can't play better and take less damage from Bahamut. You know? And I can't make my numbers any higher, so I can't JRPG my way out of this one. Because my numbers are already as high as they can get. Like, I've already maxed out my numbers. Like, there's really nothing I can do to be stronger in this situation than I am. And it doesn't help that the AI is utterly dumb. I would be significantly less tilted if the Aerith AI actually stayed away from the enemy.
You've got this.
But she takes hits for no good reason. And so does Tifa. They take hits when they shouldn't because they're rushing in. And at least Tifa's melee, so it makes some kind of sense for her. But the amount of times I switch to Aerith and she's in melee range with enemies that aren't targeting her. Like, there's no reason for that. Like, you know, it's like I'm playing League of Legends or some other team game and I'm just watching my AD carry walk up to the enemy and just stand in melee range with them. And there's no reason to be doing that. Aerith does not gain any advantage from being closer. The only thing it maybe does is position her for Sorcerous Storm, and she should only be doing that when I'm casting Sorcerous Storm. Like, it's not, and Barret does it too, and at least Barret has more melee range abilities. Aerith has one. And it's not even all that great of one. Like, it's useful, but like, it's not amazing. It's certainly not something worth taking a bunch of damage for. I'm not even gonna bother. Tifa's gonna go down too, but I don't even care. I'm getting so annoyed with this set of fights because it's half an hour at what are as high as my offensive stats can actually be at this point. Like, this is it. This is peak offensive power at this point in the game. And it takes me half an hour to get to that point just to lose. And that makes it infinitely more tilting. If I had to rely on luck to beat them, I'd be annoyed.
Sorry.
But, you know, I'd live. But the fact that I have to rely on luck to beat them and it takes half an hour to get to them, that makes it far worse. Like, that definitely makes it a lot worse. Not to mention that there's absolutely no reason for it to work like that whatsoever. Like, there is no reason for this to be as difficult as it is. Or difficult in this way. Because I don't like the fact that I'm effectively having to rely on luck for my allies to position themselves in a way that's not going to get me killed. That's dumb, and I shouldn't have to. That is far beyond dumb, and I really hope they fix things like that in the other parts, because it's definitely showing the edges of the system, and they are not good edges. They are very rough. And I really hope that they figure that out. I really wish it would stop scening me for these moves. Like, it's actually really annoying that it scenes me for those moves because it prevents me from attacking. Or not prevents me from attacking. it makes it impossible to properly react to the situation because it is it's changing my view. It's removing information because I can't see the situation anymore. And sure, it's more cinematic, but I don't need it to be cinematic on the hardest fights. I need it to be possible for me to, yeah, because I fought it before, I know that are you kidding me? I was holding block from before it started the scene, but it still lowered my guard because it seen me. What do I even do about that? That means that you're just forced to take the first Quake. Why? F kick is not what I meant to do there, but that works, I guess. Meant to do focus strike, but I did where focused is in Cloud's moveset, not Tifa's. That'll happen sometimes if you're not reading carefully enough. Anyway, it is standing still, so you guys know what that means. But yeah, this is just, like, I'm trying not to be too negative about this game, because I do really like this game overall. But, like, the edges of this battle system are rough. Like, as someone who has beaten every Kingdom Hearts game with every extra boss except for a rare few, and has played every Souls game, and beaten every boss in every Souls game, like, I feel like I'm pretty well versed in how active time strategy or active time difficulty works. Like, I feel like I'm pretty knowledgeable about the subject as a player, and like, I may not be able to always pinpoint exactly what's causing something to not feel as good to play, but I can definitely identify when, from an objective point of view, something just isn't working in a battle system. Or when a battle system just isn't working in certain ways. Because I've played a lot of really hard games of this kind. And I know what the difference is between a game that's hard and a game that's hard but fun, and a game that feels unfair. And that's the problem here. This game feels unfair. It feels like it's cheating. And, you know, like, that just really sucks. Also, I think I'm gonna switch Cloud's weapon if I lose again, because I just don't think that the defense boost from this is helping me as much as just him dealing more damage would. Yeah, I'll throw some range attacks at it.
Can you take over for me?
And then, like, Cloud's super slow to approach for some reason, when he only can fight in melee. I'm almost certain it's because it's a problem of... Oh, Cloud's about to die, huh? Let's see if counter stance can save him. It did. It reduced the damage enough to save him. I was not certain it would. I was actually fairly certain it would not. But that's a nice thing to be wrong about. But yeah, it's like, I just feel like my damage reduction just isn't enough to matter against these enemies. What I really want is to be able to... I think what I might do is... yeah. Ow. I feel like I have an idea for, like, if I lose this time, I have an idea for what I can do to improve my chances. I have an idea for a setup that'll help.
I'll take care of you.
Mind popping up somewhere where I can actually get to you fairly quickly? Thanks, buddy. And then you tail whip immediately and leave. Yeah, seems legit.
Yeah.
Oh, it's about the tidal wave, huh? Aerith is dead. Because the person with barrier materia is Cloud, and he's not gonna get an action because he just spent his action healing. I just realized that Cloud does not have enough health to survive this. Cloud might be dead too. Oh, wait. Can I get Mana Wall off on Aerith in time? Oh, it got pressured, so the answer to that question is yes. I can. I was not expecting to accidentally interrupt tidal wave. I was not prepared for that reality. Okay, so Aerith hit Cloud with that healing. I'll try and interrupt it again. Did not succeed this time. But that's fine, because as soon as this is over, all three of them can AoE heal.
I'll end this.
I won't. I'll take care of you.
That is not where I expected to go right there. Yeah, that's right. Get staggered.
Finish it.
I can help too. Let's finish.
Watch this.
Gosh darn it. I didn't quite take it out.
Coming.
Such is life. Okay, Cloud. Thundara it.
Bam.
Once. Twice.
Buzz off. Keep it together.
And then Tifa hit it with normal attacks. Hopefully it'll die soon. Did I say Tifa hit it with normal attacks? Aerith hit it with normal attacks. Tifa used arrow. Come on, let's get far enough away from its stupid tornadoes that I can actually hit it more than once in a row. There we go. Okay, there we go. That should be the, like, highest health I can possibly face
That was
Bahamut.
close.
I hate Blair Beth's weird range. Eat that, jerk.
Need a
Oh, hey.
breather.
I'll take care of them.
Well, that's rude.
Kept you waiting. Tagging out. All set. Point on.
Yeah, that's right, jerk.
I got this.
Yeah, that's right, get hit. Jerk face.
Shit.
Well, Cloud's dead.
Just
As soon as that targeted him, there was no options,
shake it off, okay?
which is why it's dumb attack.
On you.
My turn.
I'm
As soon as it targeted him with that attack, instead of any other attack, he was dead.
I got this.
Hey, come attack Tifa. Thanks. I appreciate your willingness to attack Tifa instead of someone that would be helpful for you to attack.
Watch yourself.
Payback.
There we go.
Deal with that.
So it's my turn?
Your
Stay
Tifa.
strong, okay?
Like, oh well.
What the?
Aerith just loses 2/3 of her health for
All
existing.
set.
Okay. Ow. Yeah, I think what makes that just so obnoxious is that you can't even block it. Literally the only thing you can do is just take it.
Can you take over
You
for
have
me?
no other option. Darn it. I didn't manage to do damage fast enough to get it. Also, is Tifa really running into her own demise by...
Over yet.
Okay, probably shouldn't have had Cloud countering that because that did a lot of damage. Cloud.
Not looking good. Need help?
There we go. Ow. 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 That's bad. Aerith, heal. Thank you. On the bright side, Cloud will almost certainly get a limit break off this. Gonna have him use refocus,
Don't
then
overdo it.
switch
So
to
it's my
controlling
turn?
Aerith for a second.
You can do it. Let me handle this.
I think the most annoying thing is, like, that's a time that everybody should be attacking, but the AI was deciding that it was not the time to attack.
Good luck.
Hang
It's like, no, be attacking right now. Absolutely be attacking right now. You know what? I know it's about to try and summon Ifrit, so I'm gonna try and beat it to it and see what happens.
Hope you're ready.
You know? What happens if I already have Ifrit out? What are you gonna do about it? Oh, you just summon anyway, despite the fact that I can't do that. If it's on the field, I can't summon Ifrit, but if I have Ifrit on the field, it can summon Ifrit. I would love for Cloud to have been able to move there,
I'll take care of him.
but he did not get that luxury of being able to take actions or exist.
What the?
And Aerith is going to die, I'm pretty sure. Like, I don't think I can avoid this dive bomb while this Ifrit is chasing me. Let's find out. I did. I managed to not die. So, that's good. It's something.
You've got this. All set.
It'd be really nice if they would get their, limit breaks.
It's on now.
Just need to get rid of Ifrit. Unfortunately, it realized what I was doing and turned around. Gosh darn it. It dashed away while I was trying to do that.
It's on you.
Can you take over for me?
My turn.
Lend me your strength.
Okay, Planet's Protection.
You lead the way. Let's go.
Then... Which Ifrit is doing that? I think it's mine.
See ya.
Okay, what I need to do here is clear Cloud, then have Cloud mana wall himself.
No need to
Bring it.
I don't think that heal did enough. I think Cloud still dies from this, even with mana wall. Yep, he sure did. I just didn't get another heal off. Anyway, that's all for this episode. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.